Okay, it says we're published. See if we can get this thing up and rolling today. Hey, Miss Tiff, how are you? Hey, hey. Y'all, we're going to make a patriotic mailbox swag today. So let me get this right up under here. Should have put these little pipe cleaners on here before I glued the felt on, but I didn't. So anyway, so this is the wire frame that I'll be using today. It's the same ones that I use for the cemetery grave saddles. So that's what I'm using. And for a mailbox, they usually bend about right here, right after these little prongs. On a saddle, they usually bend about right here, closer, about halfway in between, because a tombstone is thicker than a mailbox. So just heads up on that. So what I have done with this, let me get this one last pipe cleaner in here. And it's you do not have to y'all, it's being stubborn today. Hey, Miss Bonnie, how are you? There you are. You do not have to put the felt on there, but I seen the hole that time. But I do, just because I like to. All right, I feel it right there. There we go. We got it through. I cut them in half. I cut the pipe cleaners in half. And then just put them on here. All right, so I have one pipe cleaner coming here, and I twist the end of it and put a little hot glue on it. And then I put one on this side, because I don't want my mailbox swag to blow off. So now I cut the pipe cleaners in half, and I've got 2, 4, 6, 8. You can have more if you want to, but we're going to use some garland on this one. I have done some with garland, and I have done some with swags. I have done some with just Deco mesh. So this one's going to have partly garland and partly mesh. So that's what we're doing today. Fine, thank you. Awesome. All right, I'm going to get this chair out of my way and get our mailbox over here. And I'm going to bring y'all closer to the mailbox. How about that? And if it gets out of view, y'all let me know. So I take one little square piece of felt that you can buy for about 35 cents, 39 cents. And when it's laying down flat, I just cut a little square out here. I fold over the little tabs, and then I wrap it around up like that. That's not a must, but I just like it. Looks better, and it's not going to scratch nobody's mailbox. And then these two pipe cleaners right here, I'm gonna pull it more forward, so it's gonna go over this flag. But if I was finished with it, I would kind of scoot it back here and pull these pipe cleaners back around the back and tie them up. So that's what the pipe cleaners on the bottom of that is for. So I'm going to bring it up just like this and bring my pipe cleaners Just kind of twist them a little bit so that they hold that. And that way your swag does not go back and forth, fall sideways, or even fall off. Now this is a garland, a greenery garland from Christmas. So I did not use this one, so we're going to use it. I got it from Michael's. I got my frame here from a store called Shirley's in Collins. Deco mesh ribbons are from Craft Outlet. If you get on Craft Outlet, make sure you have a little bit of time because they have got all kinds of pretty stuff. So, they've got hundreds of ribbons, deco mesh, all kinds of stuff. Y'all, this won't take but just a few seconds. We're not doing perfect. We're just kind of getting them where they're not just flat. And y'all, my ears are acting up today. And it usually doesn't show up till I start talking. And so, I may have to not talk as much. So how is everybody doing? Are y'all making any crafts this week? Is school out? For your kids, grandkids, nieces, nephews, whomever your friends' kids, whoever you're closely acquainted with. Okay, so I believe this is a 9-foot, yes, 9-foot garland. And it may be one-sided, but I'm gonna show y'all. So it's got a wire here, and let's see, I don't really want the wire on the what you call it, on the mailbox. So well, that didn't work out too good now, did it? Let's just start it up here so that I can I'm going to wrap it between the felt and this middle bar. So it's got 3 bars across. And on the middle one, I just took the wire and wrapped it around that because it's got felt underneath the bottom. So we're going to start from that point. Then we will just twist. Just one twist is all I'm going to do. And we're probably going to go around this twice. All right, I want it to hang down just a little bit past the mailbox. So we're actually going to go past the bottom of the frame. That's probably, I don't know, it looks like 4 inches or so, because the little sprigs on here is going to be a little longer. So it's going to actually probably be about 6 inches it's going to look like. But it's, on the wire part, it's probably about 4. All right. Twist this one. So it's just making a U down here. And then we're going to come up. And so you can use a Patriotic Swag from Memorial Day, July 4th, Labor Day, all of the days. Tiff says I have to finish my last lesson and take my final before next Thursday. And then CPR class is on Thursday, so I have not been crafting crafting. Oh, you have not been crafting. Well, Miss Tiff's going back to college. No, she's the brain up in here. At my age, I'd hate to know I was going back to college, y'all. They'd be done kick me out. Okay, now we're going to come back across. Let's see. I want to kind of judge. Okay. So that we can kind of get this even. So I took the pipe cleaners and I cut them in half and put them around that wire frame. And I need to go get some more because I only have like one left. And that's what I make my grave saddles on. That's what I make my mailbox swags. We're going to be putting some American flags in this one. Okay, so we're going to go right here and do this plan. Find our little black pipe cleaner again and wrap it. So we're just going down just to that the main wire. And going just a little bit shorter this time. So that it's going to make it full. We're not going to have a hole there. But we got to find that pipe cleaner. And it would be easier just to be over in front of it and but then I would be blocking y'all. So I'll just kind of fight and find it. Fight and find it. We're almost done with this part. We're going to tie it down right here. And I'm tying it several times now. Because we're probably not going to go back into those little pipe cleaners no more. Okay. Here, make sure y'all can still see the. I never thought that I would be in college at 55, right? That's what I'm talking about, Miss Tiff. But you are rocking it, honey. You are rocking it. Okay, we're gonna tie this one. So, and you don't have to go on it twice. You can make one loop and be done. But I really want it to be kind of full. So we're going back up on this side, a little bit shorter. I'm tilting it so I can see it better and quicker. All right, we got one more. And I have found it. So it was perfect. We're back where we started from. So, let's see. Fluff these out a little bit and kind of hide these little prongs on the side. What we might do is find some of those big old heavy duty wire cutters and just bend them in just a little bit more. So what I'm bending is these on the side. I'm just kind of bending them over a little bit. I had them tilted a little bit, but not really as much as I would like for them to be. So there we go. Now they're easier to hide. So now here's what I did. I cut 12. If I need more, I've got more mesh, but I cut 12 to begin with. So let's go down so y'all can see that. It's been an experience. I bet it has. Ooh, girl, you braver than I am. Okay, so this is 10-inch mesh, and I've cut it at 21 inches today. Usually I cut 22 inches. I'm just going to roll, press down, scrunch it together, and then walk it. And then I'm going to roll up the other end, put it straight down, and scrunch it. Now, usually we have wires on a wreath that we're laying these down in. This one we don't. This one we just got, it's like having an evergreen base wreath. So here's my middle. I'm going to put one over here on the side. And I'm just going to take and find two little greenery picks. I'm going to put them in the middle, twist it around. So again, roll, roll, mash straight down, then scrunch it, and then walk it. I'll go over here on the back side and do the same thing. So the way I'm gauging this kind of is up here on the top. I figured I would put 4 and then 4 on each side is the way I just kind of had it figured in my little brain here. Okay, roll, roll, down, scrunch it. And honestly, this is just as easy, if not easier, than us doing the pipe cleaners. And so when we use the nothing but Deco mesh, we have pipe cleaners tied on this, and you make your poofs just like on a wreath. Then you come back and do your little ruffles or whatever, curls, or ever what method you want to use on your mesh. So, but that's how I'm judging on where I'm putting them. There is no right or wrong way to do this either. You know, you just do you. Whatever you want, 2 types of mesh or 3 types even. Or if you want just greenery, I did not do a video, but I did do a red bird Christmas mailbox swag, and I did nothing but greenery, and then I put the, a big bow and all on it. So, and I might end up come back and doing another one, because I made this a little bit longer than what I initially had in my head. I was thinking of that size of the frame, but being as I have the greenery going past it, we might do a couple more little things of mesh. So I'm usually doing about 2 little rolls. Okay, so let's go down to right here. So yeah, I think we're going to need to maybe do another roll down there. Can y'all see? I'm trying to make sure y'all can see. This one's about one, 2, straight down, together, walk it up. Y'all, this is so easy. Just grabbing 2 and just twisting them around on there. It covers really good. So we're gonna need, we can do 1 or we can do 2. Let's see. Let's do 1 right here in the middle. Bring 1 up from the bottom there. Kind of tie it all in together. So I'm going to need to cut 2 more. Okay. What's y'all's weather like today? I woke up to it raining again. Hot and humid. Let's get it right here. This muggy weather down here in the south. Pretty. Thank you, Miss Tia. Rolling twice. My grass is growing because it's raining every day. Air day. Air day. Okay, we got 1 here. Now, where did I put? Looking for my mesh, y'all. 1, 2. hot, as you know. Yes. Ooh. Not want to go to the booger man. It's too hot. Let's see. And y'all, I'm going to make my bows. Y'all look at the ribbon. I have to get out all kinds of ribbon. Not sure until I start making my bow of what kind of ribbon I want to use. So let's move that over just a second. So I keep the remnants that I have left over. Call it hoarding, call it whatever. But by doing that, I had one roll that I got a full length off of. And then another roll only had a little bitty piece. But sometimes if you're making some of the same things, like if I was going to make some curls, I would probably use this piece because you just make them 10 inches and then you crisscross them. So, got you sprinkled. Thank you, sweet Tiff. I appreciate that. Okay, so now let's finish with these two. Come over here. And then one more on that bottom. I'll have to cut 2 more things of ribbons too. That's up. Then moving on to our ribbons, we'll do a big bow. Oh yes, a big bow. We like big bows, and we cannot lie. Okay. Can y'all see that? Kind of hides that last one. Let me get it right there. It's kind of different than doing a wreath. So, do our ribbon tails. So, I got this pick out. We might or might not use it. I got some little flags that we're going to use for sure. So, and then we got that big stack of ribbon that we're going to make us a big, beautiful bow. So, 2.5 inch ribbon, 1.5 inch ribbon, wired, and they're cut at 12 inches. So this mailbox swag will kind of match our big old cross wreath that we made Tuesday. And it is big. It turned out to be, y'all, 34 inches tall. So almost, y'all, 3 foot. And I had to figure in the shipping in that for Etsy, because I saw one the other day that after I shipped it and it was about that size. It was a bicycle wreath. And I paid $30 shipping. And my deposit was $16 into my account, so didn't really pay for my supplies. So I was like, I gotta go up a little bit so that I need to cover my shipping. So and if it had went out west, it would have been a lot higher than that. Okay, so this part should go really quick. So I just fold them in half to get the center. We got to cut off some lights, y'all. Getting hot again. And I did turn my hair down today. I did remember that today. I'm just laying that in there and twisting it. Pull the ribbons apart. Make them lay pretty. I need to do this side first because y'all see this side. Oh, these notifications get all up in my way. Hey, Miss Andrea, how are you? At the dentist, so just watching. Okay. You be... I won't say have fun at the dentist. The dentist is not too much fun. All right, let's lay this one down right here. Once again, it's kind of awkward doing it sideways, but I'm going to keep it where y'all can see. That might help. That might help just a little bit. Okay. Getting all ready for July the 4th, right? Should have already had some of these made, but life has been crazy around here for a while. So it is what it is. And I have a wreath that has sold. And so I deactivated it on Etsy and I took it apart and I'm going to redo it. So we may redo it here soon. But I have another mailbox swag I want to do, and it's with a butterfly, and the ribbon is so pretty. Kind of anxious to do that. It's got like a little metal sign, butterfly. I think it's gonna be so pretty. So does anybody decorate for 4th of July? Do you decorate, and if you do decorate, have you got it done yet? Y'all, I've got some peace lilies. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. One humongous one, 2 medium-sized ones, and 1 small one. And I have one of the medium-sized ones. Where is my other? It's kind of right there, okay. One of my medium-sized ones. I don't know. It doesn't like me, I guess, because it's trying to die on me. And it was sitting right beside the other medium-sized one, and I've treated it the same way. And it's just giving me fits. Okay, so let's do this side. I usually only do a wreath and a doormat. Yes, I do, and yes, it is. No, too bad. My dentist is great. He has a wonderful sense of humor. That's good. I have a nice dentist too, but I still don't like going. I think it's because my jaw hurts. It pops. I guess it's called TMJ. So I hate holding my mouth open. Because it'll be sore for 3 or 4 days after I get done. It's like, Let's do this one. Here. And they look all crazy and wonky right now. We're going to tame them down a little bit. So I'm going to need 2 more sets of ribbon tails. And these are cut at 12 inches, y'all. The mesh was cut, the 10-inch mesh was cut at 21 inches. And I'm doing these kind of like in an X. You can do them both going the same way. Let's see what we got. We got this. Calm down. Come back here, little Susie. All right, we have the ribbon came from Craft Outlet. The mesh came from Craft Outlet. The greenery came from Michael's. And the wire frame came from Shirley's and Collins. We're going to do this, y'all. We're close to being done. Now, if I was doing the mesh, I would take the tool, the 6-inch tool. I cut it in 10-inch strips, and just like on my wreaths, just like we done Tuesday, I would take and do that little cursive E, or some people call it the little bow like that is on the breast cancer awareness bow. And I put it in there so that it hides the pipe cleaners. But there's not pipe cleaners showing on this because we're using the greenery to hold our mesh and everything in. So we're not using that. Miss Andrea, you usually do a doormat and a wreath. I don't have that done right now. So you are ahead of me. don't even have my regular wreath, my regular spring wreath on my door yet. I do have spring flags hanging up, but that's at the end of my driveway. But I don't even have the patriotic one there, so I'm lagging behind, y'all. I'm lagging behind. Okay, so all the ribbons are on. All right. Let's make a bow. Get that out of our way. Okay. Let's see how we want to do this. And let me show y'all. We got, when I do a bow, I pull out all the ribbons. So, let's see, because I'm using ribbons that are not going to be in the regular swag because we can. Let's see. We'll do about a 9-inch tail. Just don't wonder why you are behind. Hey, but I'm ready to. My garden ain't even, y'all, I got some peppers. I'm gonna do a 7-inch loop. Got some peppers and some tomatoes planted and some okra. Got some squash and zucchini plants started. They're not in my garden yet. Cucumber started. All right, so I'm making 1 loop and 2 tails. So let's see. And we just make it up as we go. Go ahead and put this one in. That's a little longer one. I'm making this one the same size as the bottom one because it's going the opposite direction. Make a funky bow. I don't like that. Okay. This is a directional ribbon. So I don't want the USA hanging upside down. Okay. So we make it what's called a cheater tail. That's what we're gonna call it. It's going to be cheating. All right, let's take this one down about a 1/2 inch smaller. So that when this is hanging off on either side, it's not upside down. Okay. Now let's see, now we got a pretty print on both sides. And we just make it up as we go. Let's go down to a smaller ribbon. And cut our tail. So y'all see the pattern here. We're going one loop, two tails, one loop, two tails, one loop, two tails. Let's get this out of the way. It's only cheating if it doesn't work. Oh. We're hoping this one works. And we're pulling out all the stops. All the pretty colors. I like getting the big rolls. Then you don't run out as quickly. But, you know, the rule is once you use a roll of ribbon, you get to replace it with 3. And that's with a 10 foot. So, if you're using a 50 yard instead of a 10 yard, how many rolls would you get to? Would you get to replace it with 5? Just saying. Now, let's see. I love this little 7/8 of an inch ribbon. I told y'all that the other day. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna zip tie there. Let's dovetail our ribbons, and I'm cutting them a little shorter each one so that they're layered. Now, do y'all ever make mailbox swags? Do you make them? Have you ever made them? I'm going to keep this one a little longer because, as y'all know, I like to curl that little ribbon. It's so cute. Yay, I'm home. Miss Andrea's home. That was quick. A good dentist visit. That one may have to trim it a little bit more. Take that off. I do have 2 pipe cleaners twisted together to make it long. Got a zip tie here. We're going to put our zip tie right where it was holding between the 2 little dowels. Pull it around. Okay, so I've got it pulled snug, but not tight. Because even though I've kind of laid my ribbons where I want them, it's time to kind of break it apart here. Now we're going to pull tight, because usually I can get a few more little clicks out of that. I do it with my wire cutters. And then this is my zip tie. I meant my pipe cleaners. Twist it a couple of times. If you wanted to curl these, you could leave them a little longer and curl them, or ever how you want to do it. There's no right or wrong way to make a beautiful bow. All right, let's bring y'all up and over. If y'all don't have one of these needles, an orange one might show up better on my hand. I don't know. Probably not. It's a plastic needle. Dawn with Wreath Decor by Dawn. She's on Etsy. Sells these. They're not very much. A couple dollars. If you make wreaths or anything. Which I may not have to go. Yeah, I do need to go through the. It goes through the mesh like really, really easy. And if you've got very much mesh on there, I've argued with and fought with it 10 minutes before. So these save a lot of time, a lot of aggravation. What I'm going to do is untie this. I thought I untied it. I didn't. There we go. Bring it up under here and twist those together. Yep, love it. Makes it easy to go through the mesh. Yes, gorgeous. Thank you, Miss Tiff. I have not made one. Miss Tiff, you need to make one. All right, so what I will do now, or not now, but so you can, I don't know if you can see, it'll be showing, okay? I don't want it showing. So when I get off, I will take a piece of felt, black felt, and I'll hot glue it on top of there. It's going to do two things. It's going to hide it, and it's going to keep it, that pipe cleaner, from scratching, because it's going to be up under the felt. But the little piece of felt is just going to run across there. All right, there's my pipe cleaner. And if somebody had a larger mailbox, they can kind of pull them apart a little bit and it'll work. Okay. let's organize our ribbons here. The finishing touches is always what makes it so pretty. Looking wonderful. Thank you, Miss Bonnie. That'll be so easy to go through the mesh. Yes, Miss Andrea, it does. Our mail goes through a slot in the door. Oh, so beautiful. Thank you. Okay. FYI. How do we say this? All right, so the if you put hot glue, this mesh would probably take the hot glue pretty good, but most of your poly plastic mesh is not going to work. But I'm going to pull these around like this, since the bow is right there. So usually if I'm going to hot glue anything, I'm going to make sure it's either hot glued to some greenery or hot glued to some ribbon. This being a jute burlap type, it might hold a little better, but I may rearrange these ribbons a little bit. So let's see. We got to get up in here, and I need to know where I'm going to glue them and make sure they look kind of even. Give me just a second here. When it gets glued in, I don't need to be cutting it out to refix it. And we'll see if we need these or not. Let me see here. What do y'all think? Do you think we need some balls? We could put some either coming down the side, or we could put some up at the top. Hey Monica, how are you? That is so pretty, love it. Thank you. Right now I don't have time to blink, right, Miss Tia? So, y'all think up top? Do you think maybe some coming down each side, or no on both? We're going to glue in the the flags here. I have got it on some greenery. Well, all these notifications. Doing good. Awesome. All right, let's get up here and glue this other one. So what do y'all think? Do you think balls? No balls? If so, on the top or coming down the sides? And we can split it. Well, the glue gun don't want to stay where I want it to. I think a few on the sides or top or both would look great. Okay. I'm trying to pull out a piece of greenery. Well, the one over there. To put this flag on now. Okay, let's see if I can get it on now. Wish these notifications would stop popping up in front of. If you put them on the top, they would look like fireworks. Let's see here. And I have another peg like this if we need to use it. I keep kicking the stand that my mailbox is on. It's a cute idea. All right, let's see. Let's get these big old honkers here. When they got quite a few of them, you can split them and have more pigs. So this one was up, so we're going to have to wrap it. Let's see. You get crooked on me. So I got white tape, floral tape. You can get this usually at Walmart or Hobby Lobby. So now that gives us 3 pigs. This one's not going to need to be that long. So let's see what we can do here. We've got 3, so we can put 1 up top and well, we can play with it and see what we want to do. I'm going to stick them in here and let y'all see. Y'all can give me your opinion. One on each side, maybe. Get it between here. And then maybe 1 on top. No, there's no way around it. I'm going to kick it. It just don't matter. Does it look? Now, one of these sides is crooked. And it's throwing me off. Okay. I don't like it looking crooked for me to make a decision. What do y'all think? Both would look great. If you put them on top of the little flowers, it's a cute idea. I like that. So do you like some on each side? And these ribbons are going to fight a little bit. Just a little bit. And we could, this may be an idea. I think I might like that better. Let me show y'all. Have these up top and these kind of on each side of the bow. Coming down. Getting tired of standing up there? I think that would look cuter. What do y'all think? Looks great as is, just like it is. Like them on top and sides. Looks fabulous. Okay, so like this, or change it back to the, definitely on the sides, because there's a lag in the time to when I see the comments. So y'all tell me, like it is, or change it back. I like this. Okay. Good deal. And I'm changing the way these ribbons are laying too, because they're kind of poking out everywhere and turning backwards. So I'm just kind of twisting them a little bit so that they're laying better. I think I kind of like them like this. You'll see them more. I'm gonna kind of wrap them in that greenery. Just like that. Hey, Miss Paula, how are you? So good to see you. All right, I'm going to put this one right here. Kind of push that greenery and glue it into the greenery so that it doesn't come out. There we go. We made a patriotic mailbox swag today. All right, so that's about the same size. Let's get this one. Cut down just a little bit. There we go. That's why you have to have the big boys. This little thing, you wouldn't hold a candle to that. Okay. All right, we're gonna let that one come right there. So how have you been, Miss Paula? Are you getting to work in your yard? Matches across so well. They are both beautiful. Thank you, Miss Andrea. Thank you. I'll wrap that greenery around this too. And then we got to glue in the top one. Come on now. Get in your spot and stay. There we go. Probably tell me if it could. Stop moving it and stay, right? Matches the cross. All right, let's see if we can't get this one tucked away in here. Let me glue this wrap on. I didn't really intend for it to, that wasn't my goal, was to make it match, but it does kind of match. And if I had another eagle, I would put an eagle in this one. I want to go find out if they've got any more eagles. I caught myself looking the other day when I was there, but I didn't see any. I'm trying, y'all, to wrap this around the pipe cleaner that the bow is all secured with, so that it doesn't go nowhere. Okay, so I've just got them between it being right there and all that ribbon, mesh, and the pipe cleaner. It should not go nowhere. So if somebody has a mailbox where you can see the front and the back, it's going to be pretty on the back too. There we go. All right, I think we got it, y'all. Let me move this. Back it up a little bit so y'all can see. So it's opposite for me. Trying to get it level on both sides. And I've got it pulled forward past the flag just for decorating purposes. I would move it back here if it was on my mailbox, so it'll look pretty from all the angles. But let's see, let me untie it right here. So this is the way it would sit. So that you can still use your flag. So that's how it would sit on the mailbox. And if you never use your flag, you can just bring it forward. Or wrap it around, tie it around the front. You could even move it closer, but I like it right there. And hopefully it doesn't get damaged. Yes, the eagle would make it even more awesome. Gorgeous. Thank you. Yeah, I would like, see, I used the same mesh in the cross and some of the same ribbons. And if we had an eagle, it would be great if we had another eagle. But I had only bought 3 or 2. No, I had bought two. This is the second one that I've used. So, and I do finish the back of my cross wreaths with felt. And up under here is done with felt. I showed it at the front first of the video. All right, get up there. So, let's see. We will untie this. So, see, our frame is covered in felt. So there we go. That is it. Awesome. Thank you, Miss Bonnie. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. Time is precious. It's a precious gift that you can't get back. So I appreciate y'all spending your time with me. It's been fun. And I look forward to seeing y'all Tuesday, same time. 1 o'clock Central Standard Time. Don't know right yet what we're going to make, but we will make something. And have fun doing it. The little pick came from Shirley's and Collins. No, it didn't. The pick came from Craft Outlet. That's where it came from. If it had a sticker on it, it would be from Shirley's. If it don't have a sticker, it would come from... It did have a sticker, so it came from Shirley's and Collins. So, there you go. There's the sticker. Oh. So, and it was, this little pick was $7. So, anyway, thank y'all for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I love each and every one of you. I hope y'all have a wonderful and a blessed weekend. And I'll be here Tuesday. What is that? The 2nd? Nope. June the 2nd, y'all. June. Can y'all believe it's June? Oh my goodness. This year's flying by also. So at 1 o'clock Central Standard Time, I'm getting confused today. 1 o'clock Central Standard Time, 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So I love y'all. Have a wonderful, blessed weekend. And I look forward to seeing y'all Tuesday. Thank y'all. Thank you for the silent watchers. I know I watch some videos sometimes while I'm busy doing something. I'll have something on and I don't comment. So regardless if you comment or not, thank y'all for watching. I do appreciate it so very much. And if you like the video, you can share it with one of your friends. You can click on the share, copy the link, and you can share it in a post on YouTube, even if you don't have a channel. You can share it in a text message, in Messenger, anywhere. So thank y'all for being here. I love you, and I'll see y'all Tuesday. Bye-bye, y'all.